Hello guys, this is Eric from ACS Learning Hub. Welcome back to my channel. And today is the 22nd of June 2022. How to live trade Forex today with our Forex trading plan. Right, so first of all, hi Hubert, nice to meet you again. And this is CK, 你好，今天晚上上课啊。那么还有谁 ？Roger。今天晚上你可以加入我们的课程吗 ？OK， 好的，可以，没问题。今天晚上的课程哦，今天晚上的课程只有给报名的学生啊。All right. So yeah, and nice to see all of you here. All right. So shall we? Okay, let's start. Okay. Right. So first of all, let's go with AUDCAD. All right, AUDCAD. Now AUDCAD is coming for retesting, so I will see that the AUDCAD has a very good space here. We have AUDCAD to go with about 70 pips. We have about 70 pips of space to sell. So right now, okay, let's see. We are going to check out with this first over here, and there's a resistance over here. All right, so let's see. Okay, over at this point of time, we are right at the middle already. So tentatively, we are away from the resistance for about 20 pips if we are going to sell. And when it come back for retesting of this resistance, then we will have a chance to sell it harshly once again. All right, after it retest the previous support as a resistance. Okay, so from the resistance onwards, we have about 80 pips to the support. Okay, so tentatively, I guess it is still good. All right, so AUDCAD, I'm going to put this into my selling list. All right, selling list for AUDCAD. Okay. Yep. Okay. So, yep. Okay, yes, I'm early, Riano. Thank you. Good morning to you. Okay, so yep. Moving to Germany. I heard that you are moving to Germany very soon for 1 year. I don't know where you get the news, but not now. Okay, not now yet. All right. Anyway, all right. So yeah, let's continue. Okay, Aussie franc over here. Aussie franc. Right, Aussie franc, we are also now back into our selling trend over here since last 2 days we have a retracement now coming back for selling. So tentatively we are right on the support, so we have to take care of this support as well. So resistance level, we are here. All right, so for Aussie franc, we are good to sell. However, we must break the support level. Okay, we must break the support level before we can sell. All right. So yes, over at this, I'm going to put this Aussie franc into my watch list. All right. Okay. So once again, yes, Aussie yen. Let's take a look at Aussie yen. Yes, Aussie yen finally. Okay, that's a good turn. Okay, over here. And after the retracement now, okay, we are in the bear. Right now, we are coming back for the selling. So it looks good to sell today. And the resistance over here has been tested, correct? Has been tested and now come back here again. So this is quite good over at this point. So tentatively, okay, I'm looking at the support over at this point. So Aussie yen today, definitely we can sell. All right. So I'm going to put this into my watch list as well. All right, Aussie yen. Then next to go. All right. So Aussie kiwi. All right, Aussie kiwi. So Aussie kiwi, tentatively, no, I'm going to stay away from this because Aussie kiwi is having a back hitting on the support area and it started to retrace backward. So skip the Aussie Kiwi. How about Aussie dollar? Aussie dollar. Right, Aussie dollar. We are now looking at Aussie dollar. That we are still in the bear. But we are left with very little space to go. Okay, so tentatively, Aussie dollar looks good. Okay, but then again, we are on the support. Okay, and we are going into the bull zone. So by looking at this part here, right? So very likely over at this point, I'm going to break this support first before I can sell for another 17 pips. So tentatively, it looks very tight. Okay, although we have 17 pips. Okay, and coming back to retest the whole area over this side here. But then again, all right, we need to be very careful. Okay, we need to be very careful with this support over here. All right, so this support it can be quite tough. Okay, so just that I would want to say that tentatively, okay, we do have a little bit of space over this point here. Okay, and point here, this area, right? We still have around about 80 pips to go. So tentatively, it's still looking good. But it must break the support. It must break the support level, okay, over at this point. All right, this is the support here that we are looking at. So this support over at this point, Aussie dollar must break before we can start selling, okay? All right, so yeah, okay, so I'm going to put this Aussie dollar. Today, it seems like Aussie is going for a selling. All right, so yep, so let's see what do we have over at this point. All right. Hi, Emilio. Nice to see you here. Emilio, sorry, may I know where are you from? I think yesterday I forgot to ask you out of courtesy. Okay, out of courtesy. Right. Okay, so next to go. Right, Euro Aussie. Okay, so for Emilio, I think he's someone new here. Okay, so just to let you know, okay, how I do up my setup. Okay, over here to pick up my currency pairs. First of all, we have to identify three things. One, okay, is the trend, which I use day one to look out for my trend. So over here, from this part here, as you can see, this is the bear running into my support. This is my support here. And it's a very strong bull over higher support, higher lows, higher support, higher lows. And in general, if we are going by the trend line, it is still on the bull run. So tentatively, okay, it is still in the bull for Euro Aussie. So Euro Aussie in the bull meeting up with a resistance. Okay, so that is something that I'm going for buying. So usually I won't be selling when the trend is on the buy. Okay, and I only have a buy. I only have a selling trade. Okay, I won't go for buy. I will only go for one directions. All right. So you're from Bulgaria. I'm half Italian. Okay, half Italian. All right. We have Riano here as he's an Italian here. All right, correct. All right. So yeah. Okay. So this way. Hi. Let's be unbearable. Okay, unbearable. All right. Hi. Okay. I will. How long dollar yen will take to reverse now? All right. Let me continue first. I will come to dollar yen. All right. Okay, so good morning to Emilio and Unbearable, right? So over at this point, okay, EURCAD over here, I'm using my day to determine the trend. We are still in the downward trend over here, right? In the downward trend. So once I determine the trend, I will go down to a lower time frame or H4 to understand where is the resistance to sell, support to exit a trade. Okay, so since I determined that by using daily chart for EUROCAD that I'm going for a bear, so selling. So I'm going to plot out where is my support. Okay, first of all, support over here. As we can see, there's not really a lot of support for this EUROCAD. And now coming over here, okay, as we can see, this is the main support that we are talking about. So over at this point, we can see from the top here, right? This is one resistance, and we're coming down here for a lower resistance and creating a lower low. And seems like when you see a lower low over at this point, okay, this is the area of value, okay, over here, as you can see over here from far left to the right. So this will be the resistance. So I will always want to let the price to test on the resistance first in H4 or either in H1, right? Then I will start to sell. I will start to sell. For EUROCAD has a very good selling space, okay, over this point here, about 124 pips. Okay, so that's something that we can take a look. So once I determine my trend and my resistance and support, the resistance is for me to sell, support is for me to exit a trade, right? So I will go into H1 to see if there is any selling cycle, a new selling cycle. For example, like this: green, red, red, a green, red, red, a buying candle followed by a red candle followed by engulfing red candle. I will start selling. Okay, I will look out for selling point here around this candle. Okay, around this candle. All right. So currently, okay, we are now in this H4. Okay, we can see now the resistance is over here. We are very near to the resistance, so it's still quite a good area to sell. So like now, like this, EUROCAD has already surfaced up a selling signal. But is it good to sell? Then I will go down to even the lower time frame for M5. So M5 currently is telling me there's some retracement. I will wait for a new cycle once again to sell from the M5. All right. So okay. So I hope it helps you. Okay, for Emilio. All right. So yeah, EUROCAD. I am going to put this EUROCAD into my selling list. Okay, that are ready to sell for today. Right, Euro pound once again because of Ukraine and Russia war over here. So there's a lot of turbulence in the euros. So I'm not going to trade these currency pairs at the moment. So I'm going to skip over to Euro Yen. Euro Yen over here. Euro Yen. Euro Yen today we have tested, since yesterday we have tested the highs, and it seems like it's not breaking. So now it's turning down. So it's turning down, but then check again in H4. Is it good time to sell? Right, turning down, when the beginning of a turning down, it will go into a stage of a transition. That means from the bull to the bear. So from the bull to the bear at this point, we are still in the transition, and perhaps it will still go for a buy, right, for a higher high. So tentatively, we need to observe this. But then again, it looks good to sell. Of course, it looks good to sell. All right, once we have break the one area that I will say that probably this may be the area that I want it to break. Okay, so it's still far away. Okay, it's still quite far away. But of course, can we still take any chance to sell? Okay, of course you can. If this has formed a buying signal whereby red, green, green candle, okay, that means it's no good. So I'm not going to sell this. All right. So Euro Yen, I think very likely, I would say that it may be selling starting from the second half of the day. Okay, second half of the day. All right. So tentatively, I'm not going to put Euro Yen into my list. Okay. So let's move on. Euro Kiwi. So since the bear, we have traded this, and until it tested now higher support, higher lows, higher support, higher lows, higher lows. I would call it a higher support for layman terms, right? So currently it's hitting on the support over here, and it still continue the buy. So buying is possible for Euro Kiwi, but no for selling. Okay. Right, so let's move on over to Euro Dollar. Euro Dollar over here, when I shrink down the chart, as you can see, this is the bear. Coming here, it looks like coming to the bull, but after that, not long after, it goes into the bull, and it started to retrace down for a retesting. Yes, the support has been retested, and it bounced up again. Now we are creating a lower highs, a lower low, a lower highs, and we are waiting for a lower low. So very likely we are going to retest the area over here, right? So that probably we have about 128 pips. But it depends whether it can break this support. Okay, there's a support over here which is from yesterday, which remains untouched. Okay, so today we still have about, let's see what's the space here, 27 pips. So we have about 37 pips to retest the support level here. Okay, so it's quite tight as well. But then again, is that we can scalp the 20, we can scalp some pips from the 27 pips of space here. Then after that, if it breaks below and retest the support as a resistance, then we start selling from here to here. Okay, from here to here. That will be a good one, right? Okay. All right. What trader are you scalping or swing trader? Both. Okay, both. Okay, it depends. It depends on situation. Example like this. Okay, example like this. If the space is small, you can scalp. Okay, when the space is big, go for a big swing. All right. Okay, so I would say that I know there's a lot of people in the market will be classify trader as a scalp trader, a scalpers, or a swing trader. All right. So to me, I'm neither one, or maybe I'm both. It depends on the situation. So this is a very good example. So if I know that this is going to retest the support here, along the way we have 27 pips, I will scalp some. Then when it break the support here and retest the support as a resistance, and I can see that the trend is going to retest this area of about 80 pips, and I will go for a longer term. Okay, right? So I would say that just ignore the noises about classifying yourself as a swing trader or a scalper. Okay, just make sure yourself are trading within the situation. Okay, what is the current situation? You should use what kind of strategy. Okay, so during this situation, I will be a scalper. Below here, I will be a swing trader. Right, that's good. Okay, so this is a very basic knowledge as a trader that I think that will help you greatly. Okay, all right. So Pound Aussie over here. Pound Aussie over at this point, we can see there's a bull. There's a bear running down, coming up to go into the bull market, but it's feared, and it feared retesting both twice, and now it's going back to retest. So since I'm a seller, okay, I want to sell, but tentatively there's one resistance, as you can see, the resistance area up here. Okay, over at this area here. So the resistance area over at this point, it seems like the buying is still very promising. So I'm not going to touch Pound Aussie today for any selling. Alright. Okay, so Pound CAD. Let's move along with Pound CAD. Pound CAD, we are still in the bear. Okay, still in the bear. So coming back to retest the previous resistance as a support, which actually in terms of going into the bull market. All right. So as we can see, it seems like it's a bit struggling around this area that is going to into the bull. So probably this may not be a good time. Okay. However, once again, if you can see, all right, over at this part here, we are breaking through the support level. And we are breaking through the support level over here. It seems like now we are actually going into the selling mode, right? We are going to the selling. So as we can see, we are going to the selling over here, right? Right now, I will say that let's wait for the retesting. Okay, let's wait for the retesting for this support. Okay, and retest right now. Okay, let's see. Seems like now we have a break here, retest, and now seems like it's going to sell. But as you can see, for the past 16 hours, it has been hovering around here. So I guess it's good to sell, but I think just bear in mind, okay, stay calm and observe the situation before we start selling, right? I would say that probably there will be a good chance to sell. However, okay, since there's a good chance to sell, then probably we will wait for the right time to sell for this, right? AUDCAD is good to sell over here. However, yeah, it's hovering, going sideways. So tentatively, I'm going to stay away from here, right? Okay, so Pound franc. Let's take a look at Pound franc, right? Pound franc over here. Okay, Pound franc over here, all right? So as we can see, Pound franc has sold for the past few days, and the last few days we have a retracement. So in this retracement over here, okay, then very likely I would say that this is not the time, okay, this is not the time here, right, for us to actually to sell, because support is also very near, correct, about 35 pips. So I guess this is not the right time yet. Okay, so just hang on, probably it's going to turn out for a buy. All right, so I'm going to give this pound franc a miss. So in pound yen, let's go into the day. All right, the day chart over here. All right, day chart. Okay, and over in this day chart over here, can we see that this is actually now coming into a state of selling, when it's actually testing on this resistance over here, the top part here. Okay, so as we can see right now, after retested and it's starting to flow down, so the resistance up there, all right, so this, as you can see, this is the resistance level. Okay, this is the resistance level, you can see. Then over at this part, it started to sell down. Well, seems like it's selling down. Will it be good to sell? Let's check where is the support level before we take action. Okay, right, so over at this point, okay, over at this point here, right, so we can see there is a previous resistance as a support. Over here we still have about 74 pips. Okay, we still have 74 pips over here. Well, I guess this is something that we should be paying attention to, because we still have a little bit of space that are going to cover up the whole highs here, about 65 pips. So if we're looking at this now, H4, we are going for a higher lows, higher lows, higher lows. So all these higher lows, higher lows, higher lows, all right. And this will be one thing that we should be taking into consideration. Okay, that this part here, it is actually maybe building up another higher lows, correct, that will actually give us a buy. So this is something that we also have to be careful whether it is coming back as a pullback for the selling. All right, so this is what we are looking out for. This is a pullback and maybe continue for another higher high. All right, so yep, that is something good here. Something good to buy, not for selling tentatively. All right, so yep, let's move on again. Let's see in pound kiwi. Will there be any chance that the pound yen can continue the selling? All right, pound yen continue for the selling, then may be a good chance. Okay, there may be a good chance, maybe on the second half, but definitely for now, I would say that it's very highly possible that it's going to reverse for a higher high. Okay, for a higher high. So let's leave this pound yen first. Okay, any trades for selling over here is going to be a pullback. Likely it's going to be a pullback. Okay, so just hang on with this. Right, so pound kiwi, let's take a look at pound kiwi. All right, over here in pound kiwi. So pound kiwi, we are already in the bull, starting from this point. As you can see, the bear has ran down and now creating a support, and this support over here is very strong, has been tested once and it is still going on the bull side. So on the bull, all right, so this part on the bull, we are not going to touch this because it looks dangerous to me. Okay, so buying is possible, selling is no. Okay, pound dollar over here, right? Pound dollar. Okay, so pound dollar over at this side here. Okay, let me move this. Okay, so that is clearer. Okay, so over here for pound dollar over here, we are on the selling. 1, 2, selling, correct? Okay, so after the retracement from the Monday all the way to Tuesday, and finally last night at the end of the market, it actually coming back down to selling, for selling once again. So over at this point, seems like it's coming back to retest the support. Okay, there's a support level. Okay, over at this point here, right? So let's see, this is the support level. Okay, as you can see, area of value. All right, it's very clear. So we have about 51 pips to go. right? For 51 pips to go. So for selling of this pound dollar, it's possible, right? It's possible, but we just need to be patient to look out for the resistance, which may in terms of this area. Right. Well, we still have about 44 pips to go, so tentatively just be patient because we are right in the middle. As you can see, 44 pips up and about 44 pips down. 46 and 47. So it's about there. We are in the middle. So since that's the case, if it's in the middle, then very likely we are not going to take any action, but we can wait for it to test on the resistance. After testing the resistance, if it's not breaking, then we have a good chance to sell. All right. We have a good chance to sell from the resistance about 80 pips. Okay, so yeah, this is something. Pound dollar, I'm going to put this into my list. Okay, it can be a bit boring today for pound dollar because it's hovering in the middle. So just be patient. All right, just be patient with this pound dollar. All right, dollar CAD. All right, dollar CAD. Let's take a look. Dollar CAD, in terms of dollar CAD, it looks pretty good. Okay, today, I would say that now is only it's coming for a selling. Okay, it's coming for a selling. But then again, for this selling, I'm waiting for the price to come into this zone. Okay, I'm waiting for the price to come into this zone. So that means to say we have a support here. I want it to break the support and come into this zone. Then I will start selling. All right. So this is the zone of a very profitable space that I'm looking out for. So at this time, dollar CAD over here is taking some time to come back. Okay, so come back into this area about almost 50 pips, 45 to 50. So I'm waiting for it to break the support over here so that I can start selling from this area. Okay, so this area shall be about 26 pips. So 26 pips is actually quite tight also. So just be patient. I think dollar CAD is something good. All right, something good. All right, so next to go, right, dollar franc. So dollar franc over here, we have been selling, but today we meet out with support and started to hover around. And the support is here going sideways, so there isn't any clear signal that where we going. So I'm not going to trade this. I'm going to skip this as well. All right, unbearable. All right, I'm coming here for dollar yen. All right, dollar yen. Okay, as for dollar yen right now, it is still on the buying side. The bull is still running very strongly. Well, if we can see that the dollar yen, when it comes down, it retraces upwards, setting up a higher lows and going up. So tentatively, this is the area. This is the area of retracement, a very big area, 100 over pips here. Is it a good time to go straight down to selling at this moment? All right, I would say that tentatively, I would say no. Okay, I would say no. It's not safe. All right, it's not really that safe yet. Okay, it looks like it can sell. Okay, it looks like it can start selling for maybe okay, it has a space of a selling of about 73 pips. Okay, 73. Okay, 73 pips. So, but the resistance is up there over at this point. So tentatively, by looking at this, we have about 73. If you want to get something by selling this, by selling dollar yen in this 70 pips, it can be a bit risky. Okay, it can be a bit risky because we are trading against the trend where the trend is in the bull. All right. So this is, I think this is quite okay to pay attention if you want to sell, but I would prefer you to scalp because we are trading against the trend. Okay, we are trading against the trend. Right, so something to take note, but today I'm not going to put dollar yen into my list because it's still not obvious for me to sell in the bear market. All right, so for now, we don't have any space. We don't have any selling cycle. We don't have like a green red candle, green red candle, you know. So all these this is not really very good yet. So I would prefer, okay, I would prefer not to. So just stay away from dollar yen. Okay. Okay. So Bitcoin, right? Bitcoin, we are still staying around in 20,000. So in this 20, all right. So we have last month we are talking about no, not last month. Sorry, last week we are talking about 17 or 18 or 19. Correct. I'm waiting for 18 or 19 to put a buy. Okay. So but unfortunately it went down to 17, and then no, should I say fortunately it went down to 17, and we have a greater value to buy, and good buying from 17. Some buy at 7, 8, some buy at 18. I know. Okay, but up to 20,000 now, I think this is quite a good profit. So when we reaches this 20,005, like I say, I think yesterday or the day before, we are now on the 20,005. So this may be a price that we want to take a look to realize our profits here, okay, before we got burned. Okay, right. So yeah, and Riano, yes, go trading, go. Okay. Yes, what is the question? How do you know that it will swing down to 18 to the 18,000, 1820? Amazing. All right. Basically, it's if you can tell, this part here, this is the line that I have plotted out that the price is going to come to this point. Am I right? Okay. So basically, I think it's very obvious that we are coming down for a downward trend for selling. All right. So over in H4, I'm just plotting out where is the resistance that I'm looking out for over at this part here. Okay, so this part has actually tested the resistance over here. So that tells me that it will swing down. Okay, that tells me that it will swing down. And I was telling you my resistance. So I plotted out my support once again. Right, so this is my targeted, the bold green one is my targeted profit from the resistance. So it's about 95 pips. So, and now we are still going down. Okay, then this is a support level. So I guess selling is very highly possible. All right, so that's for gold trading. Okay, so I guess that's about all. But and again, all right, so let's see what do we have over here. Okay. Right, so we have Aussie CAD, Aussie franc, Aussie yen, Aussie dollar, EUROCAD, pound dollar, and dollar CAD. Okay, so all these are my picks for today to focus to sell. So with all these picks, it helps me to focus pretty much that I can stay focused so that I can make a profit from any one of the currency pairs over here to within the plan. Okay, when it meets the resistance, then I should start selling. All right. Okay. Right. So guys, remember to give me a like, smash the like button to show your little small token of appreciation for the effort behind the video. And we are going on a live trading as well. So do subscribe to our YouTube channel so that we have more to share. All right. And also ring up the bell so that you get a notification when I go live. All right. Thank you so much, guys. And this is Eric Day from ACS Learning Hub, wishing you good luck in trading with bountiful of profits. Okay. So I shall see you tomorrow for this session, how to live trade Forex today. All right. Thank you so much, guys. See you again.